Welcome back to the Success Blueprint TV channel. If you're new here on this channel, we talk about personal finance and investing insights, and today we're going to continue to talk about one of the most exciting ways to build wealth and secure your financial future: real estate investing. Whether you're a young professional, someone looking to create passive income, or a first-time investor, this video is for you. Alright, so you're thinking about diving into the real estate game. That's awesome. But before you start browsing properties or calling up real estate agents, we need to take a step back and really define what you want to achieve through real estate investing. Trust me, this is crucial. Are you looking to generate some quick cash flow to supplement your income, or maybe pay off some debt? Or are you playing the long game, aiming for that sweet appreciation over time? Maybe you're looking for a combination of both. There's no right or wrong answer here. It all depends on your personal financial goals and risk tolerance. Take some time to really think about what you want to accomplish and how real estate fits into your overall financial plan. Once you have a clear vision in mind, you can start exploring the different investment strategies that align with your goals. Look, I can't stress this enough. Knowledge is power, especially in the world of real estate. You wouldn't believe how many people jump into real estate investments without fully understanding what they're getting themselves into. Before you even think about making an offer, take the time to educate yourself about the ins and outs of the market. Trust me, a little bit of knowledge can save you from a lot of headaches and potentially losing a lot of money down the road. Start by hitting the books. There are tons of great resources out there that can teach you the fundamentals of real estate investing. And hey, don't underestimate the power of a good old-fashioned seminar or workshop. You can learn a ton from experienced investors who've been there and done that. Now for the fun part, choosing your investment strategy. There are a ton of different ways to invest in real estate, each with its own set of risks and rewards. Let's break down a few popular options. First up, we have the classic buy and hold strategy. This is exactly what it sounds like. You buy a property, could be a single family home, a duplex, or even a small apartment building, and rent it out to tenants. The goal here is to generate consistent cash flow from rental income, while also benefiting from potential appreciation over time. It's a popular choice for a reason. It's relatively low risk and can provide a steady stream of passive income. Next, we have flipping. Now, flipping can be a bit more intense. It involves buying a property that's maybe a little rough around the edges, renovating it to increase its value, and then selling it for a profit. This strategy can be incredibly lucrative, but it's not without its risks. You need to be comfortable with the renovation process, have a good understanding of the local market, and be prepared for unexpected expenses. And finally, we have real estate investment trusts, or REITs. REITs are companies that own and operate income-producing real estate, like shopping malls, office buildings, or apartments. When you invest in an REIT, you're essentially buying a share of that company's real estate portfolio. It's a great way to diversify your portfolio. and gain exposure to the real estate market without having to actually buy or manage any properties yourself. These are just a few of the many ways you can invest in real estate. The key is to find a strategy that aligns with your goals, risk tolerance, and financial situation. Chapter 4: Secure Financing. Alright, let's talk about everyone's favorite topic, money. Specifically, how you're going to finance your real estate investments. Unless you're sitting on a pile of cash, you're probably going to need to borrow money to fund your real estate deals. The most common way to do this is through a mortgage. Now, there are a ton of different mortgage options available, each with its own set of terms and interest rates. It's crucial to shop around and compare different lenders to find the best deal for your situation. And don't be afraid to negotiate. Another option is to explore private loans. These are typically short-term loans from individuals or companies, and they can be a good option if you're looking to finance a flip or other short-term investment. And finally, you could consider partnering up with other investors. This can be a great way to pool your resources, share the risk, and gain access to deals you might not be able to afford on your own. Whatever route you choose, make sure you have a solid understanding of the loan terms, interest rates, and repayment schedule before you sign on the dotted line. Chapter 5: Conduct due diligence. Before you hand over a giant check and start picking out paint swatches, we need to talk about due diligence. Due diligence is basically just a fancy way of saying, do your homework. Before you buy any property, you need to thoroughly investigate it to make sure you're making a smart investment. Start by getting a professional inspection. This will help you identify any potential problems with the property, like structural issues, plumbing problems, or roof damage. Next, dig into the zoning laws and building codes for the area. You need to make sure the property is zoned for your intended use and that there aren't any restrictions that could affect your plans. And finally, research the local real estate market. Look at comparable properties in the area to get a sense of what similar homes are selling for. This will help you determine if the asking price is reasonable and give you an idea of your potential return on investment. Remember, due diligence takes time and effort, but it's absolutely essential to protect yourself and your investment. Chapter 6: Manage or outsource property management. Now, once you've closed on your property, you need to decide how you're going to manage it. You have two main options. You can manage the property yourself, or you can hire a property management company to handle the day-to-day operations. Managing a property yourself can save you some money, but it also requires a significant time commitment. You'll be responsible for finding tenants, collecting rent, handling maintenance requests, and dealing with any emergencies that arise. If you're not ready to take on the role of landlord, hiring a property management company can be a great option. They'll handle all the tasks I just mentioned, as well as marketing your property, screening tenants, and even handling evictions if necessary. Of course, property management companies don't come cheap. They typically charge a percentage of the monthly rent, so you'll need to factor that into your expenses. The decision of whether to manage or outsource property management is a personal one. It all depends on your available time, your tolerance for dealing with tenants, and your overall investment strategy. Outro. Happy investing. Thanks for watching. Real estate investing is a powerful tool for building wealth, but it's important to approach it with a well-informed strategy. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more investment tips. Subscribe now by clicking the button below and stay tuned for more insights. Until next time, happy investing.